Hi everyone. Today let us discuss about a new topic, that is Defense Testing Infrastructure Scheme, which was there in news because Defense Ministry has approved an outlay of 400 crore for creating state-of-the-art testing infrastructure for domestic defense and aerospace manufacturing sector, which means from now onwards we will be producing this defense things within India with the help of private sector also. We will discuss that into detail. If we are checking the facts, we can see that it includes that this facilitate indigenous defense production and reduce import of military equipment. If we are saying that this will facilitate indigenous defense production, the government is mainly focusing on micro, small and medium enterprises and startups. Okay, so from now onwards they will be also giving the task of defense production, and they will be also giving the technology for the production as well as. Okay, and the funding, as you know, this kind of production, as it is related to defense, this need a large amount of funding. So 75% of the government funding will be taken care of by the government in the form of grant need, and the 25% of the cost will have to be borne by the special purpose vehicle or SPV. So if it is SPV, the vehicle will be Indian private entities and the state government. Okay, and this SPV will have to be registered under the Company Act of 2013. Then if we are saying that this will be produced along with the cooperation of private entities as well as the startups, etc., we will have to look the history of this production. Means earlier who were the one responsible for production of defense things. Okay, earlier this was done by Defense Research and Development Organization, you may be knowing DRDO, and we had 41 ordnance factories, that is OFs, and 8 defense public sector undertaking. So they have created sophisticated and costly testing facilities for firearms, ammunition, electronics and radar at government expense. So far all these institutes were producing all the equipments needed for the defense under government expenses. But now, from now onwards, there will be all these things or all these facilities will be available for the private sector also. So that is the focus or highlight of this particular scheme. From now onwards, defense production will be along with the cooperation of private entities, and this will be running for 5 years. The particular scheme will be running for 5 years, and they will be setting up about 6 to 8 testing facilities in partnership with the private industry, and the majority of the testing facilities we are expecting that this will be coming in 2 DICs, that is Defense Industrial Corridors. One will be in Tamil Nadu and other will be in Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so there will be about 6 to 8 testing facilities, and this will be in 2 DICs, that is mainly in Tamil Nadu as well as in Uttar Pradesh. Then the major areas they will be covering will be drones, unmanned aerial vehicles, radar, electronic or telecom equipments, rubber testing, noise and shock testing, specialized driving tracks, ship motion testing, ballistics, blast testing and environmental testing facilities. So these are all the areas where they will be focusing on when they are when they start production. Okay, and if you are seeing the benefit, you will know that if we are extending this production to private entities, there will be something we will focus for. That is, there will be some benefit will be there for that particular initiative. So one of the main benefit is that this will reduce the import of military equipment. You may be knowing that nowadays we are importing, not nowadays, in the past also we have been importing a lot of military equipments from the outside or foreign countries. We have been depending on countries like, or large countries like Russia, US for many other military equipment. So if we are producing all these military equipments within our home itself with the help of our MSMEs, then it will reduce the import of military equipments. Okay, or this can be considered as a Make in India initiative also. Then it will help to make the country self-reliant. If we are uh, capable of producing all the equipments needed for us, then we can say that we are a self-reliant country, and then there will be any need for depending on other countries for this military equipments. Okay, we will become self-reliant, and also if we want, we can export this defense equipments also. So it will help to aid India's defense export targets. Okay, if we want to improve, or if we want to increase our production, if we are having surplus military equipments, we can export. So these are all the main benefits, that is, it will reduce the import of military equipments, then it will make our country self-reliant and self-sufficient, and it will also aid India's defense export targets. And there are some challenges also. The one and important challenge is that lack of easily accessible state-of-the-art testing infrastructure. We need a lot of research into that, because at present we don't have that kind of state-of-the-art testing infrastructure. We may have to put a lot of input for the research and development. Okay, anyway, no problem, we will make it. Then another point is that it is very capital intensive area requiring continuous upgradation, and it is not economically viable for individual defense industrial unit to set up in-house testing facilities. So that is very difficult area, because we need a lot of funding. Anyway, now this funding problem has been solved by the government funding, because 75% of the fund will be by government and 25 will be by SPV. So it's now it is not a problem, because this fund will be managed by the government, almost 75%. So that was one of the challenge. Then that's all about the topic. Thank you.